Is it possible? Is this really happening? A good movie in 2023, nonetheless a good sequel. It would be an understatement to say that good movies are beyond rare to drop in these recent times. So a good sequel in 2023 should be pronounced as the 8th world wonder. Walking into the theater with my mate, the movie definitely delivered my big expectations. Though the plot might have felt a little dragged, the little downsides along the trip could count as merely a paper cut to this jacked beast of a movie. Serving as a cinematic continuation of the novel, John Wick has always stood out compared to its competing action films, with both the originally formed story and the upbeat firearms choreography. Something satisfying seeing John shoot a load of unnecessary bullets into shit. As the first movie was a roaring success, the two following sequels were decent projects, never really being able to live up to its predecessor. However, the fourth chapter changes this. A movie with a simple plot and admittedly easy to follow, along with one of the best choreographies presented on screen, alongside a set of interesting and well-developed characters. Though a lot of new, interesting characters were introduced, a majority were a refreshing addition to the franchise and got great development, like the Kane and the Fat Mafia boss. While some like the Bounty Hunter felt extra and completely random, as he was giving a sense that he was there only to be a laughingstock. Rivalry with Kane, who by the way is literally the Asian Daredevil, his ability being able to fight blind, was entertaining to see and the audience was genuinely invested. Unlike some audiences, the French villain played by Pennywise the Dancing Clown was a refreshing installment to the franchise. Having a brutally psychopathic and a highly dangerous antagonist associated with the powerful organization John is on a mission to bring down, motivated by the humiliation the boogeyman brings to his persona, being able to effortlessly eliminate most of the dangerous assassins hired to take him down over the years. The plot picks up with John surviving the shot from the end of the previous film and recovering to continue his crusade against what they call themselves, the Table. Essentially having to team up with old peers, foes, pulling his last strings in order to reach beyond limits in attempts to eliminate the organization. John has always been a unique character, with a sheer determination to achieve his goal, simply refusing to die as he follows down a lethal road. A man of focus and pace, never accepting defeat, being able to complete anything necessary in order to reach the goal, no matter how diabolic the task at hand might be. As emotionless as John tends to be preserved, an honorable side of him is always shown, hence the very iconic thing that made him go all in. Seems like this one will be the next target for our fellow blue-haired warriors because of the featuring of the highly prohibited interpretation of the M word, which is a big no-no. Masculinity! The production staff has stayed respectful with everything John Wick was successful and iconic for, improving the elements while bringing new ones in. The classic camera motion following John as he raids through a hallway, a club, or any sort of elongated property, guarded with armed foes, along with the specific techno soundtrack blending in the scene's speed, never gets old, and I'd rewatch a single frame of it over 1,000 times rather than this piece of shit.
I need you to fix his suit.
The suit is literal perfection.
It will be.
Lighting aligned and camera perfectly angled with the scene. Whether it's a conversation, action sequence, or even torture, while contrasting different colors throughout the movie, but sticking to the theme of the scene's atmosphere and using the environment to its potential to create artistically iconic shots. Slight comedic effects thrown in time to time, keeping the viewers entertained without accelerating the funny over a limit set for an action movie. And speaking of action movies, Chapter 4 was able to bring back the classic tradition of stupidly unrealistic, yet sitting on the edge of the seat type of action filmmaking. The tension building towards the action sequences are recalling the older ways, where when a misunderstanding happens, it does in the most badass way imaginable.
There's a 15-day wait on the handguns, but the rifles you can take right now. You can't do that.
And I bet all I have, you won't see another movie anytime soon where the city goes after a single guy without the interference of a strong, empowering female. The fourth chapter of John Wick wanted to be simple and elegant, while not being too generic and forgettable. Instead of promoting stupid ideologies for the modern audiences, the fourth chapter simply tries to create an entertaining movie followed by impressively constructed and improved cinematography, alongside a badass choreography with classic Keanu Reeves' expressionless one-liner dialogues.
Yeah.
Right on the edge of Hollywood's downfall and never-ending rot, a movie solely created for the entertainment of the viewers, continuing a story for the fan-favorite pencil slasher, was a fresh breath of air. Looks like the Mission Impossible arrived earlier than expected.